Hello students, this video is for class 9th. Our today's topic is the river and lakes of India. So we started. The rivers in India have a special significance as our country has the background of monsoon climate. The Indian culture and civilization have flourished in this river valley. Most of the cities of religious and historical importance are situated on the bank of the rivers. The main centers of the industry and trade and commerce have developed on the bank of river. Due to scanty rain during the last decade, the significance of the river have increased in general. On the basis of origin and drainage, Indian river can be divided into the following categories. First, the Himalayan rivers or rivers of northern India. Second, peninsular river or rivers of southern India. Third, rivers flowing internally. So now we started their parts. First, northern Indian river. Most of the rivers in North India originate from the Himalayas. These rivers flow throughout the year because their origins are glaciers. They can be divided into three drainage systems. First, Indus River system. Second, Ganga River system. And third, Brahmaputra River system. So now we can study the three river system. First one is our Indus River drainage system. In this system, there are the Indus River and its tributaries Satluj, Byas, Ravi and Jhelum. The origin of Satluj is Raksha Sthal near Mansarovar Lake on the slope of Kailash mountain. In Punjab, Bhagranagar Dam has been built. From there, this river joins the river Byas. Srinagar, a famous tourist city, is situated on the bank of the river Jhelum. Our second drainage system is the Ganga River drainage system. The Ganga River originates from Gangotri Glacier at Devprayag. The currents of Alaknanda and Bhagirathi join together to form the Ganga. It enters the plain near Haridwar. Yamuna, the main tributary of the Ganga, originates from Yamunotri. The Yamuna River joins the Ganga near Allahabad, which is known as Sangam or Prayag. Ram Ganga, Gomati, Ghagar, Kosi and Mahanadi from the north and some other rivers joins the Ganga. All these rivers enter Bangladesh as Ganga. There it is named as Padma River, which before falling into the Bay of Bengal forms delta with river Brahmaputra. This delta of the Ganga and Brahmaputra is called Sundarban, which is the biggest delta of the world. Now our third drainage system, the Brahmaputra drainage system. The Brahmaputra river originates from mountain Kailash near Mansarovar Lake in Tibet. It flows towards the east up to the eastern end of the Himalaya. From here, it flows southward and turning toward the west. Flows through Assam. It enters Bangladesh to join the Ganga. Its tributaries join it coming from the opposite direction. The soil is in plenty in its flow. In the delta region, the Ganga Brahmaputra rivers divide themselves into various currents called Padma, Saraswati, Hooghly, Bhagirathi, etc. So now we study the river of North India drainage system. See, whole part. These whole maps tell us about the drainage system of India. Ganga River, Yamuna, Son, Betwa, Chambal. You have to look out this. Next part our. Rivers of South Indian drainage system. The quality of water in the rivers of South India decreases considerably during the summer season. Most of the rivers flow from west to east and some fall into the Arabian Sea. The river flowing in South India can be divided into two categories. First, that those rivers which fall into Bay of Bengal, and second, those fall into Arabian Sea. So now we will study rivers falling into Bay of Bengal. Most of the peninsular river rise from the west and fall into the Bay of Bengal. The main river of South India are Damodar, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, etc. Description of some of these rivers is as follows. Our first one, Kaveri River, this one river. This river originates from the district Korg of Karnataka. It is called the Ganga of South India. The supply of water to the state of Tamil Nadu and Karnataka from this river is a cause of dispute between the two states. The fertile district of Thanjavur is situated in its delta and is called the Orchard of the South. Then second, Mahanadi River, this river. See in this map, this river. It rises from Raipur district of Chhattisgarh. Hirakud Dam has been built on this river. Its delta is very fertile. Now our third river is Krishna River. Look in this map, this river. It originates from Western Ghats near Mahabaleshwar. On this river, near Vijayawada, a water canal has been constructed. It falls into the Bay of Bengal after flowing a delta. Now, our fourth river is Godavari River. See, this one is Godavari River. It is the biggest river of the peninsular plateau. It originates in Western Ghat near Nasik, Maharashtra. Its width is comparatively greater towards the end's end point. It forms a triangular delta. You will see here clearly. It is like a triangular shape. So we called it as triangular delta. So now come to that river that falling into Arabian Sea. The main river of the south falling into Arabian Sea are Narmada and Tapti. We will see here. This one is Narmada and this one is Tapti. Okay. Narmada is the longest river of this region. It originates from Amarkantak. It flows through the Bharuch Valley. The Marble Rock near Bhagirath and Kapil Dhara waterfalls near Jabalpur form a beautiful scene. River Tapti originates from the Betul of Madhya Pradesh. This part. Mahi, Luni, Sabarmati, etc. All these rivers fall into the Arabian Sea. So students, now our today part is completed, which was the rivers of India. In next session we will later learn about the lakes of India.